guys, Olumide here again, and I'm actually at the Do Action Hackathon put together by WordPress Nigeria, and I'm using the opportunity to interview my friend Mary Job. Mary is the founder and CEO of How Do You Tech and Uwani Foundation, and guess what? She is also the convener of WordPress Nigeria. So Mary, thanks for coming to my channel.
Thank you.
At last I'm getting to interview you after having so many events together.
So thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. I'm talking to you.
Thank you, Mary. So now let's get into business. Why technology?
Okay, so for me, I've had a passion for the internet since 2002.
2002.
Yes, in 2002, that was when cyber cafes became popular in Nigeria. And I remember that I just finished high school.
Okay.
So I used to spend all my time in the cyber cafe.
Okay.
I would buy bulk time, sit in front of the computer and just start exploring. What is this new thing? What is this about? You know, the passion hasn't dropped because it's only evolved. I've gotten better and better. And for me, I used to say before now that I was roaming the internet. And then when I found WordPress, for me it felt like, oh, this is home. It was a very perfect place for me to fit in. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 2002. I was in I think year 2 in in secondary school. Now you talked about WordPress. You're the convener of WordPress Nigeria. That's a big thing. And WordPress celebrated their 15th year anniversary just a few months ago. So, how did you come about WordPress? Being a woman, I mean, I am a woman, I use WordPress, but I know the stereotype around women, embracing technology. And of all the content management platforms around, why WordPress?
Okay, so like I said, I was roaming the internet. That's how I felt. So I did a lot of freelance writing, virtual assistant jobs on Elance. It's not Upwork, and I was blogging too. So I started blogging for me as a way to express my thoughts because I find it very difficult to speak out my thoughts. So blogging then for me was a way to express what express what I'm feeling. So of course I started blogging using Blogger.
Okay.
Yes, my blog is still there. Sentimental reasons, I didn't delete.
Okay.
And then I tried Up Pages. I tried a lot of platforms. And then I tried WordPress.
Okay.
And then when I saw it, I was like, no, this is too complicated. I can't use this, I just want to write. So I left it. And I came back in 2015 and I was introduced to WordPress and I was like, wow.
So when was your first WordPress experience?
That would be 2009.
Okay, so 6 years after you came back to WordPress.
Yes, and when I came back, I was
ready.
Yes, I was ready, and I was eager to. I was ready in part because I got some tutorial videos on WordPress from my cousin, brother Sam, and he told me then. In 2015, I was doing my IT for my master's program in Ghana, in the Salesians. So he told me then that their website was built on WordPress. So I was like, are you serious? I have no idea you can build a website with WordPress. I said, yes, our website. And then I looked at the website. It looks so good. And it's on WordPress. Oh, I think I have to explore this WordPress more. So I watched the videos made by Morten, of course, and I was like, wow. Immediately I finished watching the videos, after like 2 weeks, I went to move my blog. I exported from Blogger, imported to WordPress, and that's how I got into WordPress. And I haven't looked back ever since. Of course, I've tried other content management systems, but none sat with me so good as WordPress did. So I stick with WordPress.
Okay, sticking with WordPress, that's interesting. I love WordPress too. Very easy to use. I know this is a free advert. Not because she's wearing the WordPress t-shirt. Okay, there's this thing about you working from Ijebu-Musin. You are not based in Nigeria or Lagos. Ijebu-Musin is in Ogun State, and it's not an outskirts in Lagos. But you come to Lagos almost every other week to have events, and then these events are free, and you also train non-profit organizations for free. You also have this emotional sentiment for women. I'm using emotional sentiment for women because you particularly like to host women events. So now let me go back. You work from Ijebu, you live in Ijebu, but come to Lagos every other week. Why is that?
Ijebu-Musin precisely.
Ijebu-Musin. So it's farther than Ijebu.
It's like 10 minutes drive from Ijebu.
Okay. So Ijebu-Musin.
Yes, Ijebu-Musin precisely. So for me, I have family ties over there, and I try to stay in Lagos. I think like 2 or 3 times. I didn't like the experience. I just feel more at peace and at home when I'm there because it's quiet. You know, I can work. The only noise I get there are noise from chickens in the farm. But over here, you know, you want to go out here, you might be stuck in traffic for 3 hours. I would rather keep doing that than actually move to Lagos. I prefer to live there. It's more peaceful, it's more quiet. I like quiet places. So I prefer that. I don't think I want to come back to it. By the way, we grew up in Lagos too.
Oh,
yeah, we did. It was 2002, my parents retired and then they moved to Ijebu. My dad is from Ijebu-Musin, so he moved back home.
Okay.
And then my mom also retired from my care house as a chief matron, so of course she also went back to her husband's place. And by then I was going to the university. So I was supposed to go to the University of Lagos. That was my first and second choice to do biz admin. Then my dad kept asking me when I said I wasn't going to, because I kept thinking, everybody has moved to Ijebu. If I go to Unilab, it will be only me living in the house. I'm probably going to starve to death because nobody's going to give me food. You know, but if I go to Olabisi Onabanjo University, it's just 15 minutes drive from the house. Okay. So when I'm broke, I can easily go.
Okay, that means you love food. I mean, I'm a foodie, so it's okay to love food. Okay, so you work from Ijebu.
Yes, I work from anywhere there's internet, which is why I can travel around.
So you're an internet citizen?
Yes, I'm a digital nomad, you can call it that.
Okay, she's a digital
nomad. I work, even if it's on a tree, as long as there's internet, I can work from there.
Alright. Okay, so you have events, you host events for women. Do you think we need more women in technology? And you know, I've been part of 1 or 2 events, trainings that you hosted for women. How can we get more women involved in technology?
So first of all, we need to dispel with the notion that tech is for a particular type of people.
Tell them.
Yeah, if as long as you live in this day and age, you're already doing tech.
Okay.
You just think, no, I'm not in tech. You're already doing tech because even if you don't use social media and you don't use any of the popular sites we have today, you have an email address. That alone makes you to be in tech. You have probably mobile banking on your phone for your bank or something, because most banks now will tell you, no, we can't do transfer for you. GT, for instance, won't do transfer for you when you walk into the bank. They'll tell you, but you can do it from the app because they want you to use the app. You're doing tech. What I want people to understand is, I want women especially to try and understand the basics behind these technologies that they use. Because if you have a smartphone these days, almost everybody uses a smartphone, you're already into tech. Because in order for you to, for instance, download on your smartphone, you have to set up your app store, isn't it? Which means you need an email address to do that. And then when you set it up, you also need internet to be able to download. Nobody wants to download from unknown sources and put on their phone because you don't know what you might be putting on your phone. Sure. That's technical. So tech is not just for one particular, it's for everybody. Now, if you want to get a job in a company, they ask if you're computer literate. How are you going to be computer literate if you say, no, I'm not into tech? Even if you only use Microsoft Word, you're already into tech because you're using a technical tool.
Having said that, core technology, coding, building websites, apps, you work around WordPress, you know, you need templates, you need plugins, you need quite a number of things to get going. And I don't think there are still enough women in those spaces, designers, graphic designers, creative designers, UI, UX designers, and all those things. How do we get women to embrace technology? How do we get them to see it as fashion, to see it as entertainment, the music, the movie industry? How do we get women to embrace? Yeah, we have an increased number of women doing that right now. So how do we get them to use technology?
So the answer is simple. Regardless of, this is what I tell to people, regardless of what you do, anyone, regardless of what you do, you want to make money, right? Yes or no?
Yeah.
And in order for you to do that, you need to sell a product or a service, isn't it? How do you sell your product or service in this day and time? The easiest way to sell it is to go digital. How do you go digital if you don't understand the basics of the technology you're going to be working with? It makes, for instance, if you as a woman now sell shoes, you would sell faster if you had an online presence. Yes. Mm-hmm. The only part you have to worry about is probably logistics, how to deliver, but you would sell faster if you had an online shop. Now, you're just an average woman, right? You can't afford to pay somebody to set up a store for you. Now, this is where WordPress comes in. WordPress gives you the opportunity to be able to set up your store by yourself. It won't cost you anything to actually do that by yourself. Because at the end of the day, you want to make money. Mm-hmm. That's a motivation in itself. Okay, maybe you're a full-time housewife. You don't need to make money, but of course I'm sure you would like to make some money too. You like to read, or you like to write, or you feel you just want to, of course you can't just sit at home all day not doing anything. How about starting a personal blog? Share your experiences with other people in the world. You're already doing tech by doing that. You did be surprised that there's so much to learn just by doing that. I've made so many friends from personal blogging in the past 3 years that I started blogging on WordPress that I've made in a lifetime. Sure. And a number of these people I have never seen before. Of course, just like any social media, you can choose who to follow and who not to follow. If I don't like your content, I don't need to follow your content. If I like just food, then I can find somebody who writes about just food. Experiment with it. Comment on their posts. Share my own experiences. That's how we learn. So it's not really it's not optional. It's more of a necessity.
Okay. I agree with you. Okay, so let's talk about how to do tech. How to do tech. What about that? And how many people have you trained, have you taught how to do tech? And then your other foundation.
Okay, so that's where Uwani Foundation comes in.
Okay. Uwani Foundation is a non-profit aspect of how to do tech.
How to do tech, exactly. Yeah. That's where Uwani from, because what we do at How to Do Tech is we build digital systems and then we teach people how to build them.
Okay.
So because we teach, and because I am passionate about teaching, especially young women like you said, so I figured, okay, why not start. What started as an office in Ijebu-Musin, it was supposed to be my office, turned out to be a hub.
Oh, really? I should.
Yes, it turned out to be a hub because now I think we have, how many students? We have 2 students and then one joined in. So what we do is, because it's for women, or because my target audience is women, doesn't mean I take just women.
Okay.
Like the new student we just had that was brought by his grandma. He likes to draw. He's a very young boy, just finished high school. And of course, I can't tell this grandma, no, take him away. No, of course not. You're welcome to join us. So at Uwani Foundation, we call the Uwani our space. It's a very small space in my village. I like to call it Ijebu-Musin, my village. So we teach these girls basics of ICT. Because for me, I believe no matter what you do or what you're into, if you don't understand the basics of what you're doing, then why do you even bother? For instance, I could say I want to start teaching coding, or I want to have somebody teach coding. But why are you going to code? why do you want to code? The why is very important in whatever you do in this life. Why do you want to do this? I can teach it to you, and then you don't make use of it because you're not even interested in it in the first place, or you don't even understand why you should know it in the first place. But when you can tell the why, like for the students, the first question I asked them was, why do you think you should blog? And then I asked them to go reflect on it. Why do you think you should blog? Go read about it. Personally, you need to convince me that you're ready to run a blog. Otherwise, it will be useless. So why How Do You Tech is for profit? Uwani Foundation is not for profit. Because at Uwani Foundation we teach, at How Do You Tech we build.
We build to sell.
Yes, so we build and we teach useful digital systems. If you go on our website, useful digital systems. Because you can have a website that is not useful. Yes, we take you through the process of building a useful and functional digital system. A website that does nothing is useless.
Sure.
If you're going to have a website, then it has to do something. If I come to your website within 60 seconds, I should be able to tell what you're into. I should be able to decide if I want to stay or if I want to leave and go visit another website.
You're right. Okay, so before we go, I'd like you to talk about the WordPress community in Nigeria. I met you last year.
Yes, last year.
Yes, at the WordPress meetup.
Yes.
And I was wowed. I said in my video that we're just about 3 women at that event, and that was what led to us planning the training for women. Tell us about the WordPress community in Nigeria, how to get more people involved. I know there are more WordPress users in Nigeria than are in the community.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Do I have to be a WordPress developer? Do I have to be a plugin programmer? Who can be part of the community? Who can be part of the WordPress community? So, and can we learn when we come?
Yes. So one of the basics of the community is it's a place where you come to learn and share, which is why we make emphasis. Don't just come to learn. Everybody knows something. You know something I don't know. Come and tell us that thing that you know that I don't know. Everybody has something to share. So, and anybody who uses WordPress, from beginner, from newbie, that's somebody who just heard about WordPress and is interested, to an expert can join in. Whether you're a developer, you're a designer, you're a writer, publisher, yes, writer covers that.
Okay.
Business owner who uses WordPress or whose website is built on WordPress. Everybody, it's open to everybody.
Like an open source community.
Yes, it is. That's one of the good things about the open source community. WordPress in itself, we're like one giant big family in WordPress.
I've actually made friends. I have 2 friends that I made. You making it 3? No, 4. So maybe if I keep count, I know that I've made 5 friends from 2 WordPress events.
I've made so many friends within and outside the community. So many friends. Just by interacting with members of the community. This is what has worked for me. At every meetup, the first thing I tell them is, let's try to be as informal as possible. Let's be free. Because it has been proven that you can't share and have people assimilate in a uptight environment. When you're free and laid back, then you're more inclined to ask questions and then to share so it's not like a top-bottom approach, it's like a round table approach. That's what we do at our meetups, which is why people keep coming back. And when we have speakers from outside come to speak at our meetups, they tell us your audience is by far the best audience that I've been engaged with.
WordPress Nigeria, thumbs up.
Yes, we're just imbibing the open source spirit.
Okay.
It's a community for us.
If there are people who are watching who wants to do business with you, you're my competitor, but this is the world is big for everyone. So
yes,
who wants to get in touch with how to do tech, Uwani Foundation and WordPress Nigeria. So just let's know.
Okay, so if you want to get in touch with How Do You Tech, the website is howdoyou.tech.
howdoyou.tech.
So howdoyou.tech. If you want to see what we do at Uwani Foundation, just go to uwani.org.
So Uwani spelled?
Uwani spelled UWANI .org. Yes. And if you want to know how many WordPress communities we have in Nigeria, what we're doing in WordPress community, where they are, or you want to start one in your city if there is no existing one, simply go to wpnigeria.org. We keep
wpnigeria.org.
Yes, we have all our information there. We keep it updated. When new meetups join, we add them to the homepage.
Okay, the way I found out about the WordPress community in Nigeria was from the dashboard of my WordPress.
Yes, the back end of your dashboard. When a community sets schedules a meetup, it shows up on the dashboard.
So look out for meetups on your dashboard wherever you are, all over the world.
But you also have to set your city if you want to see meetups that are happening around you. Say for instance, if I'm in Akure, for instance, if you look at the right part of your dashboard, you see the display where it sets your city location. So I can put in Ondo or Akure just so that I know when there's any event happening within that area.
So you heard that. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. I hope you take me everywhere you're going so that I can be a WordPress ambassador just like you are.
Yes, definitely. You're always welcome to come with me.
Okay, so I'm going with you to Nairobi. Let's go.
Oh yes. It's a Women in Tech conference, African Women in Technology.
She's back paying for my ticket. She's saying it live now. I'm going with her to Nairobi.
Oh yes, let's go. It's Michelle on arrival, so yes, we shouldn't have a problem.
Alright, so you heard that. So see you in Nairobi. So thank you all for watching, and if you're just joining, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss the next exciting video. Who knows what I'll be bringing next on the channel. Until next time, so bye for now.